Everybody, today we are going to solve some numerical problems. In the first problem you will see the two identical charged spheres are suspended by strings of equal length. The strings make an angle 30 degree with each other when suspended in a liquid of density 0.8 gram per cc. The angle remains the same. What is the dielectric constant of the liquid? Density of a sphere is 1.6 gram per cc. So look at the figure. The two spheres are suspended. They are making an angle 30 degree. Let us suppose that a string makes an angle theta with the vertical. Now due to weight of the sphere, a tension force is developed, that is T, and T has two components, T cos theta and T sin theta. F is the force between the two identical spheres. Now since they are exerting equal and opposite forces, so we consider the equilibrium of sphere. So for that we will have to write T cos theta equal to md and T sin theta equal to f. In this way we are getting tan theta equal to f by mg. When the balls are suspended in liquid of density sigma and dielectric constant k, then value of force decreases by a factor of 1 by k, and the new force in this condition is f dash equal to f by k, and its weight decreases due to upthrust, and upthrust is rho vz. So we calculate the loss in weight, that is mg dash equal to original weight minus upthrust. So you are getting this value. Now consider the equilibrium of the ball in the liquid when they are suspended in liquid. Tan theta dash equal to f dash by mg dash equal to, I have written, you can see. Now since the angle remains the same, so tan theta dash equal to tan theta and tan theta equal to f by mg. So replacing tan theta and calculating, we are getting k equal to 2. This is your answer. This is the answer for dielectric constant. Now in the second problem you will see it is completely different. An infinite number of charges each equal to 4 microcoulomb are placed along x-axis at x equal to 1, x equal to 1, x equal to 2, x equal to 4 and x equal to 8. So you have to find the total charge of 1 coulomb placed at the origin, that is x equal to 0. So in this case we can use the principle of superposition. Let us suppose that q equal to 4 microcoulomb and the charge at the origin, that is q naught equal to 1 coulomb. So after applying the principle of superposition, we get 1 by 4 by epsilon naught q naught 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 4 square plus 1 by 8 square and so on. So this part of the solution is the sum of infinite GP series, and to find the sum of infinite GP series we use the formula A by 1 minus R, where A is the first term which is 1 and R is the common ratio, which is a ratio between two consecutive terms, which is 1 by 4. So sum of infinite GP series equal to 4 by 3. Putting the value, we are getting F equal to 4.8 into 10 to the power 4 Newton. You can easily solve. This question was based on principle of superposition of charges. Now in third problem you will see obtain the dimensional formula of epsilon naught. We know that F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. Okay. So rearranging and writing epsilon naught in the left side, epsilon naught equal to q1 q2 by 4 pi fr square. Now since 4 pi is a constant, it has no dimension. Putting the dimension of Q1 and Q2 and force R square, you will get the final result in this way: m to the power minus 1, L to the power minus 3, T to the power 4 and A to the power 2. This is the dimensional formula for epsilon naught. In question number 4, dear students, look at the question number 4. Consider the charges Q1, Q2, Q3 each equal to Q at the vertices of the equilateral triangle of side L. Okay. What is the force on a charge capital Q placed at the centroid of the triangle? So, look at the figure very carefully. This is the charge which is placed at the centroid, and the forces F1, F2 and F3 I have shown. Since charge is placed at the centroid, so the distance AO, BO and CO will be equal. Let it be R. AO equal to BO equal to CO equal to R. And now the unit vector for force F1 is AO, for F2 it is BO, for F3 it is CO. So writing the force in vector form, we can write in this way. Okay, F1, F2, F3. Now we can use the principle of superposition. The net force of charge Q will be F. Then by the principle of superposition, net force F equal to F1 plus F2 plus F3. Now putting the value, we are getting Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square AO plus BO plus CO. Now we have to replace this value. So this is the sum of all the unit vectors. Now since we see the between each pair of unit vector the angle is 120, so they form a triangle of cyclic vector. So cyclic vector, triangle of cyclic vector I have shown here. You go through it. AO plus BO plus CO. Now applying triangle law of vector addition. Triangle law of vector addition. AO plus BO equal to minus CO. So AO plus BO plus CO equal to 0. Replacing the value of AO plus BO plus CO in equation number 5, you will get F equal to 0. So we can say that net force at charge Q is 0. Now in question number 5, 3-point charges of plus 2 microcoulomb, minus 3 microcoulomb and minus 3 microcoulomb are placed at the vertices A, B and C respectively of an equilateral triangle of side 20 cm as shown in the figure. What should be the sign and magnitude of the charge to be placed at midpoint M of side BC so that the charge at A remains in equilibrium? Okay, so we have to decide which type of charge will be there at M. So in this figure you can see the force F1 is between A and B along AO, and force F2 between A and C, it is acting along AC, and the resultant of F1 and F2 is F along AM. So we can write F1 equal to, we are getting, go through the solution dear students. F1 is 1.35 Newton along AB and F2 is 1.35 Newton along AC. Let us suppose that F1 equal to F2 equal to F dash, and angle between F1 and F2 is 60 because the triangle is equilateral. So first of all we find the resultant of F1 and F2. Let it be F. So F equal to, I have written, go through it, and the value for F is 2.34 Newton along AM. So along AM. So what should be the nature of charge to be placed at M? It should be a positive charge. When we place a positive charge at M, then what happens? It will exert a force along MA, and it will balance the force F so that A will be in equilibrium. So in that case, for A to be in equilibrium, we can write F equal to force between charge at M and charge at A. So before going to calculate this value, we will have to calculate the distance AM. I have calculated AM equal to 10 root 3 centimeter equal to 0.1 root 3 meter. Now net force on charge at A will be 0 if F equal to force between charge at A and charge at M. Now you can see we have placed a charge Q. So F equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 by AM square. And now everything is written over there. You can now solve the value of Q, and the value of Q is 3.9 microcoulomb. This is the answer for you. So 5 problems I have discussed in this class. So you can solve some more problems based on superposition principle, and if you have any doubt, you can consult with me. Until then, revise the problems, solve some other problems. Thank you.